Time for day 3. Day 3, binary diagnostic. The submarine has been making some odd creaking noises, so you ask it to produce a diagnostic report just in case. The diagnostic report consists of a list of binary numbers which, when decoded properly, can tell you many useful things about the conditions of the submarine. The first parameter check is the power consumption. You need to use the binary numbers in the diagnostic report to generate two new binary numbers, called the gamma rate and the epsilon rate. The power consumption can then be found by multiplying the gamma rate by the epsilon rate. Each bit in the gamma rate can be determined by finding the most common bit in the corresponding position of all numbers in the diagnostic report. What? For example, given the following diagnostic report, so we look at the first bit. So if we look at the first column, the most common digit is 1. What if it's a tie? I'm guessing that doesn't happen. Alright, so let's just use so what did they refer to these as? They're just numbers. Alright, we'll call it nums again. Alright, nums equals, just do line.strip. So for each bit, are we just trying to find the gamma rate right now? Oh, the epsilon rate is the least common bit. Interesting. All right. Okay. What's the best way to do this? I guess we want to build so these are just empty strings. So for I in range length of just so for every take one of the nums and for each of its bits. So for the we're going to find the most common. So bits equals, let's say, okay, num I for num in nums. So we're just basically taking the column as a generator. 0 count equals Or should we just, I don't know, just make it a list. Equals bits dot count O ones count. Should we just say zeros ones equals bits dot count 1? I assume there's not going to be any tie. So if zeros is bigger than ones, then 0 is the gamma plus equal 0, epsilon is equal 1, else, I mean, also, you could just find the most common and add that to gamma, and the least common and add that to epsilon. But how do you find what's the nice, easy way of finding the most common? You could use max, something with max, I don't know. So that gives us, let's see what we get. They should be inverse of each other. Yeah, okay. And then we want to multiply them. So we want to take print int we want to convert binary to I forget how to use this method properly. Let me just quickly Google it. Python convert. You just do int, don't you? No. Decimal to binary would be use bin. And if you want int, you would use int2. Int base 2. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So it's int gamma 2 times int epsilon 2. Is that what they wanted? To multiply them? Correct. Next, you should verify the life support rating, which can be determined by multiplying the oxygen generator rating by the CO2 scrubber rating. Oh my, this is a more wordy one. Both the oxygen generator rating and the CO2 scrubber rating are values that can be found in your diagnostic report. Finding them is the tricky part. Both values are located using a similar process that involves filtering out values until only one remains. Before searching for either rating value, start with the full list of binary numbers from your diagnostic report and consider just the first bit of those numbers. Then, keep only numbers selected by the bit criteria for the type of rating value for which you are searching. Discard numbers which do not match the bit criteria. What? Alright, the bit criteria says if we were looking for oxygen, we want the most common. Wait, you determine the most common value overall in that column. And then restrict filter to those numbers with that bit, right? If 0 and 1 are equally common, so that can happen. And it wouldn't matter if it happens because... no, it would matter. In the part 1, it would matter, wouldn't it? Well, apparently it didn't. They're equally common. Keep values of the 1 in the position being considered. Oh, it will matter here. So they devised it so that it won't matter here, but it might matter here because now you're filtering. So what you have left, it might, they might be equally common. I see. Keep values with a 1 in the position being considered. Alright, I don't need the example. Just need to follow this process. Alright. So let's start by computing the oxygen rating. Wait, okay. I didn't read... hang on, so you do that bit criteria and you keep discarding numbers and so on. If you have only one number left, stop. This is the rating value for which you're searching. Otherwise, repeat the process, considering the next bit to the right. Okay, okay. That was the stopping point. So... that's interesting. Alright, so, so let's say oxygen nums equals a copy. Oops. It's like a clean copy of nums. So we're going to be filtering it. Then we do this process here. So we go time range. Okay, let me just... k equals length nums 0. All right, so we go through the bits. Let me say, so the bits is that column. Got the column. We've got the number of zeros, the number of ones. Then we say most common equals. Now, there's a tie condition which we have to keep as well. So it's either you go with the most common, or if they're equal, then you go with 1. So we want to say equals 1 equals 1 if ones is greater or equal to zeros, else 0. In fact, it's not most common, it's just like the bit, filter bit. Alright. And then we have to filter this, so we have to say oxygen nums equals, so it's going to be num for num in oxygen nums if num I is the filter bit. So we just keep all the ones with the filter bit. So we just rewrite that list. I'm sure there's a more efficient way you can use MapReduce or something, but we'll just make a clean copy every time. If length of oxygen nums is 1, break. Otherwise, we just go to the next bit. So if that happens, then we've got our oxygen generator rating. Oxygen rating equals just turn it to a decimal. And we have to do all of this again, but just the other way around. So we have to say CO2 nums equals CO2 rating will be that. Then we want to print oxygen rating times CO2 rating. Is that what we want? And that gives us the life support rating. All right. No, my first incorrect answer. Your answer is too high. If you're stuck making, okay, it's easy to get this wrong because I'm probably skipping steps here. course, I did some copy pasting, so I gotta make sure we don't have... looks okay so far. Don't see any obvious issues. So, we can use the test example. Let me just read the description again. So you keep the ones which match the criteria until you've got one number left. Starting with the first bit and moving to the second bit and so on. Oh! I think I made a mistake with the CO2 one. Hang on, so... 0 if 0 is greater... Oh, no, I've done this... Yeah, no, that's wrong. So it's less than. Because we're taking the least common. But we're breaking ties with 0. So if they're equal, it will be 0. If it's less, it will be 0. Okay, I think that might be the issue. Correct. Okay. First mistake. Looks like it's a continent or something. Although we're in a submarine. What was the story again? We are... just on a ship. And then in a submarine. Subnautica. Alright. That's 3 done.